Hey there YouTube, welcome to Big Mike Beard Wisdom. So today we'll be talking about headlights and other exterior lights on your car. And the main focus today is basically like some of the rash that you get, the weird oxidation type stuff that happens, so the discoloring up high, and how to like clean it up and fix it. So this is the 2008 Pontiac G8 that I have, and for size reference, here's my hand. Now with this one, you can see there's a lot of little pitting. There's a little bit of discoloration up here, but it's not bad. The weird part is that it feels like a little sticky almost, which that might just be stuff from around it, or someone could have cleaned this with another process. Here's the 2009 Cadillac Escalade. For size reference, here's my hand. And this one seems to be doing fairly good, at least up here. So it doesn't look like there's a lot of discoloration, but it also feels a little rough, which makes me almost think that at some point in time, somebody's done a headlight restoration on this vehicle before. But you can see there's a lot of little micro scratches in it. And it's really noticeable up here where you see the cracking. And a lot of times that cracking is indicative that someone's fixed it at one point in time, because normally if you get cracking kind of like this, you've had at least that discoloration. And then this is my 2001 Chevy Silverado. For a size reference, here's my hand. And then same thing for down here, there's my hand again. And for this truck, basically I replaced these headlights, and the reason why I replaced them was because like these, no matter what you do to them, will never be really awesome lights, in that they don't output a whole lot of light. So the original lights were like this one, where basically it's a reflector beam, so the bulb sits inside and then it reflects off the surrounding area, and then that's what kind of helps give you your light dispersion. But I wanted to upgrade to a projector. To me, the projector beams just look better. So it seems that they're brighter, they've got a more concentrated beam. To me, I just like it more. The original headlights looked more like these down here. And as you can see, these are pretty yellowed. Then here's the Hyundai Sonata. So it's a 2016. Reference size wise, here's my hand. So probably close to the second biggest headlights. It all kind of depends because this extends way back. And you can see up here that this is kind of already starting to fade a bit. So in this area here, the clear coat's breaking down and you can see almost like a seam on it, and it's starting to yellow up here. And then there's this. So this is the Saturn Astra. To get an idea of how big it is, here's my hand. So probably out of all the lights, this is probably the largest surface area. It has a projector beam already, so I kind of like that. There isn't very many aftermarket options, so really it gets into how are you going to fix it, or are you going to replace it? And it's an excellent example of not only do you have like the oxidation and a whole bunch of chips here, sometimes you get some really crazy oxidation going. The same thing kind of happens to fog lights as well, and your tail lights. So pretty much any plastic on the car can be exposed to UV, and what happens is that a lot of times from the factory you've got a UV coating on the light that protects it and helps the plastic from degrading. Over time, the UV protectant wears off. And it's one of those things where the best way to keep the UV protectant is to keep it out of anywhere it gets UV light. So if you're able to garage the car, you may extend the time that the light looks good. But inevitably, at some point in time, this is going to happen. The reason that I've been kind of comparing size-wise of the headlights is because essentially, whenever you purchase one of those restoration kits, do you think that the size of your headlight can be fixed with that given kit? So most of them are designed to do 2 headlights, but how big of a headlight are they actually going to do? And for the next couple videos, I bought 2 kits just to be safe. They're different brands because I like experiments. So we'll have a comparison between the 2 different kits coming up, and that's what we'll be using here on the Astra. Now, if you're in a pinch and you need to just get by, so you're looking to I just need it clean enough to kind of pass an inspection or something like that, something that you don't have to worry about whether or not you have enough of are paper towels and a little WD-40. So for the truck, we're going to do a simple experiment. Use a little bit of WD-40. Now I don't recommend this, but we're going to do it just to see, because in looking online there's not a lot of info that people talk about it. They basically go, hey, this works, this is amazing. But basically what we're going to do is we have a little bit of WD-40, apply it to this paper towel, and we're going to wipe the lens down. Now a lot of times, as bad as this looks, just putting water on here will make it look better, just having it wet, because I think the water fills in some of the bad spots. Oh, my WD-40 can's dead. Back at it, fresh can of WD-40. So I just sprayed a liberal amount on. I don't know how much you're actually supposed to spray on, but we're gonna go ahead and wipe it down, see how it looks. So you can see it looks like it did a lot. And from what I was reading, it could be one of 2 different things. One of them being that putting this on helps fill all like the micro scratches and stuff in. So essentially the same thing as when you get it wet with water, but the oil stays longer than the water will, obviously, and doesn't evaporate and stays on there. Whereas it's not actually removing any of the haze or repairing any of it, it's just filling the small cracks. Now, something else that I had read was that it actually melts it. I don't know if that's true or not though. And another thing I read was that you don't want to do it a lot, because now it makes it so that like oil sticks to it or dirt sticks to it. So what I was going to do was come in real quick with a clean rag and just wipe down the excess. And then we'll check on this a few months from now and see if it still looks good or if it's gone back to what it looked like before. We'll do the same thing on the other side. And I think the big thing is it may look better as you work the WD-40 into the small cracks. That way it fills the small cracks. It's definitely still yellowed, and it's nowhere near as clean as a brand new one. And for these, I think you can buy them at most places for about 30 bucks. So whether or not it makes sense to buy a reconditioning kit to sand it down and make it look better or not would be depending on how yours looks. Mine's got some like flaking and rusting down here, so I'm probably better off doing the same thing I did with this one up here and just getting a new lens, so a brand new headlight unit, or this is just the parking lights and daytime running lights. But in a pinch, I suppose this isn't bad. So if you've got to try and pass an inspection, it may give enough clarity that the inspector might be like, okay, it's fine, I guess. And then just because I'm curious, then we'll look down here. Looks like you can barely see the reflection. Now you can really see the reflection. I mean the little cross-hatching reflection pieces. All right, so looks like that now. Went from this to this. So it's kind of cool seeing the difference the WD-40 made on the truck. Not something I'd recommend, and it's definitely gonna be interesting to see how long this lasts. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to like and subscribe. I'll check you next time. Honestly, it already looks like it's starting to fade a little bit. Must have been a thirsty taillight.